Dear Abhishek Dubey ji, Omkareshwar ji, esteemed invitees on this dais, and dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to be amongst you on this very morning, which is very opportune. I went to Korea and I was trying to study how a small country which gained independence almost at the same time like us was having serious conflict between South Korea and North Korea for 40 years, and then actually started taking stock of their development somewhere in the early 90s. Within a short span of about 30 years, the Korean economy stands at 25th or 26th place in the world. Very small country, very small population, no industrialization, hardly any resources, natural resources, yet this progress. So I tried to find out why and how. And the answer was the decision taken by the elders of the South Korean country to invest whatever little they had into only one thing, and that was the development of their children. Second, dedication and commitment. Only these three things they've done. They are the world's largest ship manufacturers. They are very serious players in the electronics market and large number of other things. India today is very lucky to have 66% of its population, which is young. We are the youngest country in the world. Although we did not focus on the development of our young people earlier, but now at least we've started. And I'm very serious and hopeful that if we take this particular issue forward in a planned and deliberate manner, nobody can stop us from achieving the goals which the previous speakers were mentioning, whether it is in the field of economy, whether it is in the field of culture, whether it is in any other field in the world. The richness of the culture of this country can provide us the facility, the strength and the ability to influence the entire world, to act as very responsible global citizens, global developers and global leaders. I have no doubt in my mind that our young people have the ability, the strength and the will to do it. It is our responsibility how to shape them. Merely a few people creating a few startups, unicorns or success stories not good enough. What is required is for every single citizen of this country to gain excellence. I want you to come. I want you to come. Come means C for connect, A for organizations, M is merit, and E is for excellence and environment. I'm sure you all are very knowledgeable, very intelligent. You're doing your job very well. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Good morning. Namaste. आप कैसे हैं? It's a great honor and pleasure for me to be here this morning, and I would like to take this moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to the chairman of the organizing committee of this important summit for inviting me to be part of this great audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been requested to talk about my country, to talk about business and investment opportunities in my country, and to inform you about the bilateral relations between Rwanda and India. Allow me to inform you that Rwanda and India enjoy excellent bilateral cooperation. And I feel proud to represent my country to this great nation. This is actually my second diplomatic posting because I was in Sweden before. I was covering Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland. And here I cover India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Maldives. It's a great honor to represent my country to this great nation. Excellencies, distinguished guests, I wish to inform you that the relations between India and Rwanda have been elevated to the strategic level by our two eminent leaders. Indeed, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, visited my country in July 2018. And my President, His Excellency Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, visited India 5 times. And both leaders have been very instrumental in the thriving relations. The reciprocal visits have also been made physically by our foreign ministers on several occasions, and their virtual meetings during COVID-19 pandemic have kept the relations warm and lively. Rwanda and India have worked together by supporting each other on various bilateral, regional, and multilateral issues of common concern. Currently, the cooperation in trade and investment remains one of the priority sectors. Other areas of cooperation include defense and security, health, education, and ICT. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to mention that in addition to the high-level visits by our two leaderships, the people-to-people relations have been sustained and increased by Rwanda's national carriers, Rwandair direct flights between Kigali and Mumbai, and since 2017. I'm glad to inform you that Rwanda has opened its borders to citizens of the world, and Indians, being members of the Commonwealth of Nations, are issued free entry Rwandan visa valid for 30 days. I'm saying that Indians don't have to come to my High Commission here in Delhi to get a visa. You just take your flight, you go to Rwanda, and you get a 30-day free visa on arrival at Kigali International Airport. The facilities which have been put in place by the two countries have set a conducive environment for Indians to travel and invest in Rwanda, and for Rwandans to travel to India for studies, medical treatment, and some for trade reasons. Distinguished guests, I wish to let you know that Rwanda has introduced investment opportunities through its Rwanda Development Board, the government portal for any business and investment project. Today, Rwanda is a fast developing, transformed, stable, and stronger nation with zero tolerance to corruption. Over the past decade, Rwanda has implemented an effective doing business reform agenda to create a favorable and competitive business environment. Rwanda's achievements relating to ease of doing business have been driven by the focus on creating and enabling investment and business environment that offers outstanding business-friendly regulatory systems, an efficient, supported process, committed to foreign ownership, and multiple incentives to exporters and priority sectors. Today, administrative requirements for investors in my country are less than 50% compared to neighboring countries. Dear friends, my country, Rwanda, means business. Rwanda means peace. Rwanda means stability. Rwanda means partnerships. Rwanda means integration. Rwanda means all that can contribute to growth and human development. From the top political will to the downstream implementing entities, the opportunities in business, trade, and investment in Rwanda are protected by conducive laws that guarantee zero tolerance to corruption, free movement of returns on investment, and transparent tax laws. If I may list other important points that will attract an investor in my country, the following come first. Rwanda's business climate remains favorable to investments and offers stability and transparency. In Africa, Rwanda is first in government transparency. Rwanda is the safest country in Africa. Rwanda is the second growing economy on the continent. Rwanda is the second easiest place to do business. Please check World Bank report. You will see what I'm telling you now. Rwanda is also first in the East Africa community for network readiness and number 5 in Africa. We have built an environment that is very conducive. We have set the laws, the tax structures, and incentives that allow for meaningful financial centers to operate. In my country, it requires less than 6 hours to open a business. And you can do it in 2 ways. Either online, being seated here in Delhi, you can open up your business and it will take you less than 6 hours. You can also do it physically in my country, in Kigali. You just go to Rwanda Development Board. We do have one-stop center and you will get your business registered in less than 6 hours.
How the Northeast relates to the topic at hand, I would try and take you to the Northeast India, bring Northeast India to you in an encapsulated manner. How many of us have been to the Northeast India, if I may? Okay, so yes, you have been there and you have been covering it. So quite a few of them. How many of you have stayed and worked in the Northeast? Omkareshwar ji apart. Okay, I am so happy. In my posting in the administrative service, I was allotted Tripura cadre, as has been mentioned. And this was at a time when most of the people who came and met us at that point in time, and when informed about my cadre Tripura, so more than half of them, a majority of them would say, "Oh, aap South mein ja rahe hain." So Tripura to them was Tirupati, I presume. So that, and even to us, when I was allotted that cadre, what I would have known was what is the capital, maybe the name of the chief minister, and little else. Actually, I had to look up in the map where exactly is Tripura in the northeast. So this is a region which has been a hidden gem for a long time, is the point that I'm trying to make. For those of us who had the privilege and good luck of having gone there, stayed there, worked there, lived there, this has changed us. This has changed us in so many ways for the better. As Omkareshwar ji has put it, I presume that is what it has made us. It has taught us to fall in love, to be passionate, to be committed about something that is so beautiful. And I have no doubt that whatever qualities he saw in me and he described are as a result of my being there. And I have physically stayed in Northeast for about 18 years of my service career in Tripura. Most certainly it has left an indelible stamp on me. I'm sure those of you who have been there would vouch for this. And those of you who will have the good luck of going there subsequently would certainly enjoy how that is so different from the rest of the country. So unique in the world, I would say. Just as an introduction for the benefit of the audience, the Northeast region comprises of 8 states of India. It has 4% of the country's population and roughly 6% of the country's area. Assam is the most populous state in the region, and every other state there has a population below 1 crore, in fact below 50 lakhs. Some of them have populations which are between 10 and 20 lakhs also. So that 10 and 20 lakhs will be what? Maybe 5 to 10% of Delhi's population. People from different ethnicities, cultures. Each of the states would have, many of those states would have maybe 100 different ethnic tribes, of which 20 major tribes actually. So the first thing that it teaches you as to how to live together, how to respect diversity, and as on today, as the region over the last few years been able to handle these diverse challenges, there is an atmosphere of peace and stability. It is attaining the focus of the government. You would have been keeping pace with this, if you can perhaps, because it is a frenetic pace. Our Honorable Prime Minister has visited this region more than 50 times, more than any other state of the country. More than 50 times in the last few years. The region has a planning body for itself, coordinating body for itself, which is called the Northeastern Council, the NEC. This is chaired by the Honorable Home Minister himself. And the ministers of the central government, they visit the northeastern region every month. So at least 20 ministers do visit the northeastern region every month, the 8 states together. And there have been more than 250 visits by the central ministers to the states of this region. That shows how it is coming out of its original description that I made, which is of a hidden gem. So that gem is now being discovered through development, which is accelerated, yet sustainable, and thereby afford to the people of this region the ease of living. Now, as some of you would have already heard me say this, I'll bearing with the repetition. But each of those words have a deeper meaning for us. So the transformation that we are talking of is to be brought about by larger initiatives, larger actions. Natural organic linkages were disrupted at the time of our independence. These are being restored, and this is one of the agenda that our ministry focuses upon, because by restoring the linkages for trade, commerce, people to people connect, we are going to transform this region back to where it belonged, at least there, and maybe ahead of that. By development, we are looking at the potential sectors in the area to contribute to the local economy, to the well-being of the people, which is in the primary sector, which is in the off-farm sector, which is in the social services sector, in tourism, in health, in education, in IT, which is in the modern IT, innovation, science sectors. So those areas of opportunity are immense, and this region has started catching up also. As many of you would be knowing, the region ranks very high in indices which relate to ease of living, as I mentioned. For sure, it has handicaps. It has handicaps in connectivity. I was listening to that debate. More to the national growth story as he mentions. And this Rashtriya Lakshmi is not only in terms of there being 8 states in the region. See, as I would just holistic growth. So when we describe the northeastern region as the Ashtalakshmi, we are looking at a model. So there are national highways that are reaching every state capital. There are railways which is reaching every state capital. The number of airports we are taking in terms of the industry 4.0. And we are taking institutions in the country and even in the world. Many of their patents are now being commercialized. And therefore, at this point in time, when we are promoting industrialization, promoting investment, we are also planning to go around and sensitize the potential investors and enlighten us. And before that, we do plan to reach out to interested people, seek their feedback, as well as draw their attention to the possibilities through a round of and possibly in a country outside also, in a neighboring country. I think it can be Bangladesh. To start with,
of this theme, Bharat Bharati. Now, various different kind of natures are there in our country, though languages are different. And Hindi language is spoken in Rajasthan, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, but still the same Hindi has different type of connotations. Arun Jaimini is a poet from Haryana. उन्होंने कहा कि उत्तर प्रदेश के एक आदमी ने, अब उत्तर प्रदेश है ना, बड़ा अदब से, बड़ा नजाकत से, पहले आप लखनवी अदा वाला, उसने एक हरियाणवी से कहा कि मैं आपको कुछ तकलीफ दे सकता हूं, तो हरियाणवी ने कहा देखे तो देख ना. Language is same but connotations are different, and that is why the mindset of every state of our country is different. And it is said that India is a world in itself. We require various types of people having different qualities, but India is a world in itself. We get every kind of people. You see, South Indian people, very disciplined, punctual, dedicated. Sridharan, who built up Konkan Railway, who built up metro cities. Sheshan, T.N. Sheshan. Election Commission was there, rules were there, laws were there, but unless Sheshan appeared on the stage, all those were latent. Sheshan brought to the notice of everybody what are the rights of citizen, how the election should be conducted. K. Kailash Nathan is a man from Kerala. He runs whole Gujarat government. It's not the BJP or the chief minister, but K. Kailash Nathan who runs actually the government. Mr. Pandian from Tamil Nadu, he's running Odisha. So South India has a specific kind of nature. Haryana, if you visit some of the villages of Haryana, you will find a soldier from each and every home. शौर्य का गुण हरियाणा में है, लेकिन एक घाव दो टुकड़े वाला भी है. एक बस स्टैंड पर खड़ी हुई और 4-5 महिलाएं चढ़ गई. जैसे एक ताऊजी चढ़ने के लिए अंदर प्रवेश कर रहे थे तो कंडक्टर ने कहा नो मोर. तो ताऊजी ने कहा इतनी सारी मोरनियां अंदर चली गई, अब मैं आ गया तो नो मोर. नो, दैट्स द वे दे थिंक. एक क्लर्क हरियाणा का, उसने एप्लीकेशन की छुट्टी चाहिए मुझे, एंड दैट टाइम बाहुबली पार्ट 1 वाज वेरी रैम्पेंट, एंड द क्वेश्चन कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा वाज एन इंट्रिगिंग क्वेश्चन फॉर द होल नेशन. सो द बॉस आस्क्ड, मैं छुट्टी तभी मंजूर करूंगा जब तुम मुझे कहोगे कि कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को क्यों मारा. तो तपक से क्लर्क ने जवाब दिया क्योंकि बाहुबली ने उसकी छुट्टी मंजूर नहीं की थी. On the other hand, we have Gujaratis, Maharashtrians, Bengalis. You see Bengalis, all stalwarts, साहित्यकार, आध्यात्मिक पुरुष, कलाकार, क्रांतिकारी, सारे बंगाल से मिलेंगे. कट्टर staunch people, Maharashtrian, कट्टर RSS, कट्टर कांग्रेस, कट्टर कम्युनिस्ट, you will find from Maharashtra. Our Gujarat. You see, Gujarat, one joke was there on our WhatsApp group. एक गुजराती माणस गयो ब्लड बैंक में के ब्लड ની બેગ આપો. The girl asked, which group? This man said, कोई पण चालसे. The girl said, कोई पण नहीं चाले, गधेड़ा पेशेंट नो जे ग्रुप छे ये ज आपવું પડે. The man said, कोई पण आप गधેડી, मारे गर्लफ्रेंड ने लव लेटर લખવું છે. That is the mentality. He will buy that blood bag and write later as if he has written it from his own blood. But that is the mentality. Now we require in our country as a nation different kinds of mindset which are conducive to different kinds of activities. I've heard a lot. So I know I'll finish in 2 minutes. Don't worry, please. Dancing, singing, fighting, painting are the 4 qualities of Northeast. Lokranjanji shall also accept. So these are different qualities. And now all these different qualities together we have created a particular nation. God created nation is India. And India has a global goal and global role. It's not defined by the modern generation. The goal has already been given by our ancestors. When Rio de Janeiro, there was a global summit on environment, and the name of the summit was Mother Earth. Narsi Rao, who was that then the Prime Minister of our country, had to go and deliver a speech. He said, now when the world has come on the verge of rupture and a collapsing stage, now we have remembered that the globe, the planet is mother. In our scriptures, it's already written, Mata Bhumi Putroham Prithivyaha. This earth is Mother Earth, and we are all the children of this Mother Earth. That is Indian goal. Vasudhaiva Kutugnavakam. The whole world is a family, is Indian goal given by our ancestors. When Swami Vivekananda went to America at Chicago address with the initial 5 words itself, sisters and brothers of America reflected the same vision, the global vision that we have. And that is the goal of India, to make the whole world a single family. The West world has transformed the planet into a big market. We are not market-oriented people, we are family-oriented people, and that is the goal. That is one thing. And the role that we have to play. The role that we have to play in this modern world. The world is trying to follow Indian ethos. Sanskrit language, Ayurveda, yoga is being accepted by one and all in the whole world. But what we are doing, we are just imitating all Western ideas. Duniya hai mere piche, lekin main tere piche was a Hindi song. Now our role is to become a real Indian in real sense. We waste food, we waste water, electricity, we are unaware utterly. We burn buses when we come on roads for agitation. Now this is to be changed. This is the role. The world is there to follow us, but the role is to be of a real Indian. When Katrina Tempest was there, all NRIs gathered funds to help America. And when the checks were given to the concerned minister, he saw, he was wonderstruck. Every check ended at 1,001, 11,001, 21,001. He asked the question, why you don't donate in round figures? The reply he received was, We adore the society, we respect the society, we worship the society as God, we offer. It's not boastful or a matter of pride for us that we are donating. We feel, we desire that the donation amount should always be increasing. We should have been given, we should be able to give more. And that's why we don't give in round figures, we just add one. That one indicates our inner desire to give more to the society because society is God. That is Indian role.
All of India there. That's how it is. I'm also Gujarati and I'm from your city, Ahmedabad. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a wonderful discussion. The inaugural session went out very nice, and I would request Mr. Abhishek Dubey, CEO, Editor-in-Chief of Observer Global Media, and Mr. Ashutosh Ojha to come on the stage and felicitate our panelists and the dignitaries. May I please request for the last photo op also.
I would also request Ashutosh ji and Ashish ji to please come on the dais and join us in felicitating all our dignitaries.
Shilok Ranjanji, IAS, Secretary Department of Northeastern Infrastructure, Connectivity, Transport and Electric Mobility in New Delhi. Please, huge round of applause for Shri Shilok Ranjan, IAS, Secretary of Department of Northeastern Region, Delhi. Can you please come on in the center? Huge round of applause, everybody. I think they would know, right? Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, sir, सामने. Excuse me, ma'am.
May I ask Shri Sudhir to be positive results? Thank you so much, sir.
नरेंद्र वर्मा जी की बहुत ही सुंदर सी कविता आई लाइक टू नरेट फॉर एवरीबॉडी कि राह में मुश्किल होगी हजार तुम 2 कदम बढ़ाओ तो सही हो सही तुम चलो तो सही
सपनों के साथ सही तुम उठो तो सही तुम कुछ करो तो सही तुम चलो तो सही तुम चलो तो सही कुछ ना मिला तो कुछ सीख ही जाओगे कुछ ना मिला तो कुछ सीख जाओगे गिरते पड़ते फिर संभल जाओगे फिर एक दिन तुम जीत ही जाओगे तुम चलो तो सही तुम चलो तो सही. And in this journey of success, thank you so much everybody for joining me. Yes, we have major thank you so much, and I request everybody to please step forward with one more group photograph.
And Preeti Chitkara also. Mr. Ram Gopal Sharma, please join with us.
Galaxy of intellectuals and the galaxy of learners. Thank you so much everybody for joining in and teaching us the way of life, teaching us towards the success of business. Thank you so much.
The High Commissioner of the Republic of Rwanda to India. It was a great honor and a privilege for me to attend this summit with a very great audience, and I had enjoyed all the presentations, speeches which were delivered in this summit, and I was also very pleased to talk about my country.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is an honor to be speaking here today. And as we discuss India's global goal and role in next 25 years, we must also recognize that we are at a turning point in the history. We are facing a lot of challenges, and most of us are emotionally shaken at this point in time. We are still recovering from the aftermath of COVID-19, and we shall continue to do so for many, many years. This Ukraine-Russia war, which has already been spoken about, is not just impacting Ukraine and Russia, but is impacting whole of the world. And all these things are happening in the most so-called important places in the world. And now that world is going through so much of trouble, we cannot stay in peace. So what I can say is that for next 25 years, India too will have to go through a very stormy and turbulent time. But all of that, but still, we are at a very shining spot right now. World is looking up to us for many things. One of the things which we will continue to give in another 25 years is to give world leaders to the World Organization and countries. We have many examples, Yahoo, IBM, Google, UK has a leader from India, and we will continue to do so. We are the number one food production, and we will continue to play a very significant role in feeding the world. We will continue to be number one in teleconsultancy, in yoga, in medicine, in agriculture, and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, what I want to say is that we will be number one. There is no doubt about it. But if we are targeting to have a $5 trillion economy in next 5 years and then keep doubling it, it cannot happen without women workforce coming at forefront. Today, India has got only 24% of the women at workplace. And against Japan, which has got 51%, US 54%, China 64%. So if we are that ambitious that we are talking about $5 trillion economy in 5 years and then keep doubling, we will have to bring women workforce at front runner, because when women come to economy development, we not only get economic progress, but we also increases the quality of education, quality of health, quality of political empowerment. So to conclude, I would say that I really see India coming through this 25 years of turbulent time, emerging as a very stronger, more resilient, more inclusive, and more innovative country. Because the time is now. Yahi samay hai aur sahi samay hai. Jai Hind.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries and the guests. So first of all, let me thank Business Connect for providing this opportunity to share my views on this very important topic. So coming to this topic, as we know that in the last few years, digital transformation has been enabling growth towards in every sector. And similarly in education as well. Even education is going through this era of transformation, and which is propelled by the digital transformation. Education once, which is being visualized as mostly classroom based learning, has gone through its transformation to with a fixed set of resources or professors or a timing towards an e-based e-learning, which is self-paced and access to numerous resources, and most importantly helping to enhance the affordability of education. And coming to research and development, the role and the importance of research and development in the current era, it's important for every organization to constantly evolve and innovate to meet their customer needs and also to be more competitive in the market. There are three types of innovation that we have seen in this digital era. One is about which has been the traditional R&D innovation, wherein we continue to work with our core R&D teams in defining new products, new solutions. That continues to be there. And the second type of solution is more on process solution, process innovation, continuing to improve on our efficiencies in the factories, coming up with smart factories which every organization is investing in. And the third and most important thing is in terms of coming up with new business models. Gone are the days where you have one fixed business model, and now today we see a lot of XaaS platforms which are coming up with new revenue streams for our products. So innovation has always been there as an important aspect for the success of organization in this digital era, but in today's rapidly changing environment, it is extremely important for every organization to keep up the pace and continue to evolve to meet their customer trends. And in this process of trying to re-innovate and meet their customer needs, the digital transformation, e-learning, and the R&D, or most importantly innovation, will continue to play hand in hand and continue to create winning strategies to ensure that we are growing the organization and also growing the country.
stakeholder management, international alliance management, public relations, event management, marketing, government licensing, leadership, business development, and team management. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request Ms. Nidhi Sharma, Executive Director, IEIA, New Delhi, to address the gathering.
A very good afternoon to all. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers, Mr. Omkareshwar Pandey, Business Connect magazine, and all the team members associated with this important event to give me this opportunity to be here amongst all this august gathering. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries present on the dais as well. First of all, before we take it ahead, may I request everybody to give a very big round of applause for the organizers of this event. I think it's a wonderful platform to connect with the thought leaders of the country, and we all are discussing the growth story of India today. Before we dive deep into it, let us have a quick review of the India statistics. We are the 5th largest global economy. We have a huge base of internet users standing at 900 million and expected to be 1 million very soon. And then we have a 77% population connected with TV, and we are going to have 120 crore Indians having access to smartphones by 2026. And then we have a very huge demographic dividend. No doubt everybody in the world is eyeing on India as the next business destination. And then we have, in this digital era, with all these trends, I think we have everything to celebrate and rejoice on our own strengths. So that calls in for a celebration, and it also calls in for a responsibility on account of all of us. We all should come up as brand ambassadors of the India story. So let us take this responsibility of being the brand ambassadors. Let us not leave it to others, or let us not just be happy with the statistics that we have today. We have to take it ahead. And I think every sector in the country is doing really well. All the stakeholders present in this room and outside, across the country, are doing really great. And how we can strengthen this India story, and how the business offerings of the country can reach the world. I would just take 2 minutes to brief about the sector that I represent, which is the exhibition industry in India. So exhibitions, which is part of the MICE industry, they provide a catalytic platform for showcasing the best of the manufacturing bases of the country, the best of the R&D, the best of everything that we have as a strength in the country. So exhibitions are meaningful platforms which connect buyers and sellers. And today, India is also the dinosaur of the global exhibition industry. We have all the reasons to celebrate this particular achievement. And I would say India is emerging fast as a global leader in this field as well. It supports this multi-sectoral growth for our country. It helps attract FDIs to the country, enhances the forex base of the country, gives employment avenues to the youth, and it has all other features that boost the economy of the country and the regions where these are held. Exhibitions also act as the catalyst to the overall tourism of our country, because wherever exhibitions or MICE events are held, one thing is there that they connect a face-to-face, they establish a face-to-face connect with the participants, but they also help in boosting the economy of the country. So all of this is, very important for the growth of our Make in India projects, our offerings, our India services, and that is a huge, opportunity lying ahead of us to present our, glorious base to the country. Not only our manufacturing bases, but our rich, glorious, heritage. I think this all also should reach the world, and this facilitates a good base to showcase the R&D facilities and also the learning opportunities which are available in the country. The Government of India is focusing on Make in India, Digital India, Skill India.
and India to emerge as a Vishnu Guru, definitely all of this is very important.
Learning, because life never stops teaching. And teaching physically, learning physically, or via the e-learning. So this theme of the discussion is going to be on the importance of e-learning, research and development, and legal in digital era. May I please request Dr. Nikhil.
Thank you very much. Actually, we have been able to set the context. In the beginning also we could have the privilege to have the enlightening addresses from three or actually four of our esteemed speakers. Now the floor is open for the panel discussion, which is basically on the theme of importance of e-learning, research and development and legal in digital era. So we have three of panelists with us, in addition to the esteemed speakers that we could listen their views till now. So I will be requesting the next panelist, Mr. Unmesh Mehtaji, to please give a brief introduction of yourself also, as well as your take on industry perspective with respect to this importance of e-learning, research and development and legal in digital era. That will be followed by, if any question comes, then we will be taking it up and we will request Mehta sir to respond to that. But
it doesn't matter if you guys don't need a mic. Let me, just as a brief introduction, and I had prepared about 3 pages of speech, but because of the time, I decided not to do that. So, first of all, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, but most importantly, one of the best panel members I've seen. The difference I saw between this morning and now, that there are 6 women and 2 guys. Okay? Second, I'm most probably the oldest guy among this team. I run a IT software company. India is known for, when we talk about IT, everybody's mindset is software, foreign investment, and other aspects. How you differentiate in that world a research and development? Because if you look at world's global leaders, they are all Indians, but they left India. And if you look at innovations, they all come from outside, but we make it better. Then why we are not developing? We have all the talent. The fundamental difference which nobody has touched is mindset. Service company mindset is very simple. You come to work, you've been given project, you do it in a quality, in a budget, and they are happy, and so does the rest of the world. Product company mindset is, I need to build this product for end customer. And there is a very thin line when we talk about research development versus service. And that is, if we change that, and it's in our hand, because today, globally, mentality of everybody is, what is the least amount of work I can do and get the maximum money? We all know that. But if we change that mindset, then there is no stopping, because all the brain power is from here and goes out. It is up to us how to manage it and how to enhance it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
He will be very happy to take those questions if there are queries arising from the audience or from the desk. Otherwise, we'll be taking up later on also.
Hello everyone, Aditi Gupta this side. I'm a CEO and founder of TechTip24. It's a leading edtech company. So basically e-learning, I'm not talking about e-learning only, I'm executing e-learning in the company. So edtech companies are totally about e-learning. I teach data analytics basically. So you would imagine, like from a single room from my home itself, I have taught 38,000 plus students, working professionals, even the freshers as well in the data analytics domain. I have helped them to get a job overseas as well, but from a single room. And all these things are possible through e-learning, research and development, using the right softwares at the right time. So basically, see, we all have one niche with us, we all have one talent with us. I have a talent of teaching and the data analytics. So maybe you guys have different talents, but yes, from a single room itself, you can showcase to the world. So that's what I want to say here, showcase the talent through e-learning. We have a lot of softwares and the teaching platforms nowadays, so avail it as much as you can. And of course, if anyone here from education domain or academics domain, feel free to reach out to me for more collaborative opportunities. Thank you.
Ma'am, just for the school children below the under the UG class, how data is doing that I have a school in Bihar which is called GD Goenka at Pune, and we would like to collaborate with students to get into this data analytics in a very early stage in the formation stage.
That's very analytics, and we all know that the data is the industry and the data runs revenue of the organization. So at an early stage itself, students need to know about the data, the security part, the importance of it. So it's a very good initiative if you can start with 10 to 12 standard students. So basically they are from even a science background or a commerce or a arts any background. They can avail the importance of data analytics, they can learn data analytics, because as of now, they don't need to have any coding knowledge as well to learn data analytics, because we have Microsoft Power BI and we have other tools as well. So basically you can integrate with your curriculum the analytics part, and they can learn from their home itself as well. We have a whole course, we have a whole e-learning platform. They don't need to travel anywhere. It will be very cost effective. So definitely you can integrate with your curriculum, and I will gonna help you with that question.
AI changing the dynamics of data analytics. Because when everything is coming to us with just a click, so how is it important for the youth or for all of us?
For artificial intelligence basically. So AI comes under data scientist, we can say that. And moreover, data analytics is all about analyzing the whole data and just converting the whole data into meaningful information and insights into visualizations. So irrespective of any department you're from sales or marketing or logistics, we can't run any department without analyzing a data. So for everyone, from each of us, for an industry perspective or for a managerial perspective or for a strategic decisions perspective, we need to learn how to deal with the data. So artificial intelligence and data analytics plays very important role to make things forward through data science.
Use of technology in legal practice has become more prevalent, and legal professionals need to be proficient in using digital tools and platforms. Therefore, it's crucial for legal education to be incorporated in digital expertise into the curriculum.
Inviting me here and requesting me to share my thoughts. So just to introduce myself, I am Rajeshwari. I am the founder of Rajeshwari & Associates. We are lawyers and we are primarily into IPR, intellectual property, that is patent, trademark, copyright, design. So we focus primarily on protecting innovations, offering innovative solutions for our clients. So going from there, I'll just give you a background. When we talk about e-learning, we talk about legal risks which are associated with that and all of these areas. There is a little story that I would like to narrate. Just it'll take about a minute. There was a woman who came to me. She says, I used to travel by the local train all the time. I spent about 3-4 hours traveling to and fro, and so, but I couldn't do my household work. So a lot of that was getting stuck. So she said, look here, now I have come with a solution. And the solution that she came up was some kind of a bag, it's an electronic bag. It's a bag with some electronic connections. It will cook food slowly. So her idea was, she will cut the vegetables at home, she'll put them into it, or whatsoever other things she would cook, she would put them into it. During the time she was in the train, she'll connect it to that plug there, connect it there, and then it would cook. And then when she came to the office or something, you'll have cooked food. So this was an innovation. We protected it. It's a very out of the box kind of a thinking. But for a woman who was just working, she wasn't an innovator. She wasn't any person who was in an industry. So innovation really came from her. And that was really, really surprising. happened at that time? No, truly. The entire judiciary went into the e-mode. We had everything into the WebEx, and there were sessions which were just could transform themselves just in a matter of days. Just switch on into a digital platform and start delivering justice. Then it called upon the lawyers also to pick up the skills. And so now after 2 years of COVID, a lot of lawyers have transformed their entire bunch of books and files into digital, have digitalized all of that. So now most of the lawyers you will find are carrying their laptops to the court. We argue through laptops, which was in the past unthinkable. Clients have now started accepting it, that we can go to their offices with a tablet, we can take notes, we can actually send them files through the email, and they are very happy with it. So that's a lot of transformation which has come in the digital era, in this era, in the last 2-3 years. The Chief Justice of India and the entire judiciary is working towards digitalizing not just the courts in Delhi, but all the courts throughout the country. They want this entire revolution to reach every corner of the country.
Highly efficient, unnamed, unmanned aerial 23 Aerosys Aviations India Private Limited. Congratulations. The next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the most innovative cyber security product for enterprises 2023. Mr. Abhishek Mitrand is Shilpi Datta, CEO, India Private Limited. Mr. Sandeep Gaikwad, the founder and director, and the entire team. Congratulations, bahut badhai. The next award is one of my favorites, which is actually taking up the entire world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about the emerging crypto startup. Nish Kumar, founder and CEO. Sunny Crypto. Congratulations, bahut badhai. 2023, and the winner is none other than Mr. Jainam Software LLP. We urge the founder of the company, Mr. Niramchand Lunia, the founder. Congratulations, bahut badhai aapko.
and Mr. Rohit Masan, Senior Business Development Manager, to join us on the stage. Congratulations. Best Application Modernization Platform for Banking and Insurance Companies 2020. Applied Cloud Computing Private Limited. Congratulations. Tanya, everybody. Thank you. Now we सुंदर सा लग रहा है ना भारत के बारे में. Congratulations. Our next award is Rising Star in IT Service Industry, which is dedicated to all the companies out there that are transforming the IT realm. We would like to have Mr. Jagdeep Sharmand team. Congratulations. The iconic Business Women of the Year 2023, Sakshi Gupta, CEO and founder of Council of International Languages. Many congratulations, ma'am. Thank you. Huge applause for Mr. Raj Bora, designated partner. He receives the award for the most valuable wealth management service providers in 2023 through Fort Financial. Received the award. The best hyperlocal marketing platform 2023 goes to I Am Here Software Labs Private Limited, Mr. Nareen Kumar, co-founder and CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme is how 5G technology will key request our moderator, Dr. Viti Shankara, Director of International Relations, KIET Global Institutions, Ghaziabad, please join us on the stage. May I please request our chairperson, Mr. Rakesh Maheshwari.
So we are trying to join these dots and solving this problem. So basically, in India, if you see what the farmers, but farmers are actually not using that kind of a policy. For example, now India is saying that there is a place financing facility where you can put your grains, whatever you have harvested, in the warehouse, and you can take a loan like gold loan or vehicle loan or equipment loan or any kind of land loan. And you can pay back to your fertilizer, seed, pesticide shops, and you can incur some kind of expenses. And whenever there is a big good price, you can sell that grain and you can earn 20-25% margin. But none of the farmer is using that. That is a big in 2004 I think this place financing was relaunched, and government has made this for the farmers. So I am in the industry, I can tell you, in the warehouse receipt financing, you can see only 5 to 10% farmers are there. Because farmers cannot take price risk. If price is increasing, that is okay. Once the price will come down, then you have seen 2-3 years back a lot of suicides and other things. So there is a solution for that, which we are trying to highlight to everybody in the industry and to the government itself. Can we do a mechanism where we can fix a price for the farmers who store in the warehouse and take the loan, so that when there is a decrease in the price, there is a hedging facility and the farmer can get the minimum price and he will not lose his money. So that is a requirement. If this is solved, then whatever government is trying to do, any kind of ENWR, electronic warehouse receipt system, anything they are promoting, it can be used. So that is the first thing I want to highlight as an industry player, because we are suffering, because a lot of processors, traders, all are participating in the place financing, but farmers' participation is only 5 to 10%, and this law was made for farmer. That is not. Then farmers goes to them, and he is having the information of price, so he sells it out to the farm, to that particular private player. So MSP system, people are getting money within 20 days, 30 days. Sometimes somebody is not having a bank account, then it is getting delayed. So that needs to be taken care of. So we are trying to connect at one side the government agencies, one side banks and BFCs and farmers, putting a digital platform and trying to give the price discovery to them and warehousing a logistic service to them, so that anybody like a processors or farmers or processor who want to store the goods, agri commodities, he can get a finance at the farm gate level in a micro warehouse, or at a bigger warehouse in a bulk level at the port, or in the warehouses like more than 2,500, 3,000 ton of stock. So everything is that we are trying to bring. So the thought process is that when you are having a warehouse at the farm gate level, then the produce which is being procured by the processors, they can get a traceability through the blockchain. So whatever produce is produced at the farm level, it can be traced at the consumption level. So that is the need of the hour. So we are trying to set up 100 ton, 500 ton, 1000 ton kind of a nano warehouse, micro warehouse and mega warehouse, along with the big bulk warehouses, to connect this hub and spoke model, to bring farmers and financiers and this market linkage buyers together to create an ecosystem. So it is a very tough task, but we are trying to do that. So that is the actually some of the pain areas I have tried to show, and this is the way we are trying to set up. So we are trying to have around 2,000 procurement centers, small, micro and nano, procurement center for the buyers in next 2 years. So already we have established around 60, but as a bulk, we are handling around 24 states. There is a 30 lakh metric ton of stock, but farmers' participation is only 5 to 10% in that other business. So that is why I urge everybody to look into this side. So many bankers should be there, many decision makers are sitting here. You must look into that while developing any kind of policy.
So since morning we had been talking a lot about innovation in terms of technology, trends and the ecosystem policies. So I thought, why don't we dwell into an altogether different dimension of innovation, which is about team. How do you build high performance and innovating teams who are well equipped to embrace all these trends of innovation and move together? So that's my topic of how do you leverage DEI, diversity, equity and inclusion, to build high performance teams, high performance innovating teams. And this is not something very new topic that I'm trying to introduce here. And there has been a lot of research done how these three dimensions will boost your, your team culture and would help in innovation. What the research has been proven or shown is, if you have these three dimensions well built in your team, it would aid about, or it would improve about 10 to 15% in innovation, right? So let me talk a bit more, let me dwell a bit more into these three dimensions. The first dimension is diversity, which is building diverse teams. So the moment when we say diversity, all of us think it as gender diverse, right? Gender diversity is just one form of diversity. But there are other forms of diversity, like diversity by age, diversity by region. And all these dimensions of diversity are equally important if you have to build a diverse team. Now, having said about diversity, that which is a very first step to be taken care of, and that's something that you can measure and take actions about. The second aspect, which is very important aspect, is inclusion. So You bring in diverse teams into the organization, you hire them and bring into the organization. So what are you going to do differently to get the maximum output?
Well, I was a scientist in DRDO till 2013. Then I took voluntary retirement because someone very dear to me had a serious learning problem. I'm glad that I could speak after the previous speaker spoke about inclusion. That's when I had privy to the cohort analysis in a school. I realized that schools do not do much for the low and medium achievers. It's just the high achievers which is bringing laurels to them, and which they would anyway do even without teaching. So that's when I got more into data analytics and the accelerated. Fortunately, in 2011, 12, 13, there was a lot of development in the field of education when Satyam Nadella spoke about neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire and improve learning. So typically in education, we focus on the performance either in input end or in good ambience and good books and technology, etc., and helping children not to get distracted. That is no losses part. But the potential part is something which schools are started addressing now. That is teaching children the process of learning, the learn to learn process itself. So this has, especially with the modern data triangulation and evaluation on performance improvement in low and medium achievers, so-called low and medium achievers, we are realizing that a neuroscience-based intervention not only changes their performance, but even their interest or their desire to learn. Until recently, to get into neuroscience-based and data science-based intervention was a very, very costly affair. Thanks to 5G and 4G and thanks to devices and the accessibility of net, now it is more equitable, and so we could democratize learning, education because of these advancement in technology. I feel that the biowave is now catching up. It's got into medicine with the genomics and protonics and getting into personalized medicine. Similarly, education is going to be more personalized in the coming years, and it's great time to be educators.
Way to please felicitate our speaker, our panelist. Thank you so much for giving out.
What I did initially when I started my job, I think it's been around 12 years back when I started my job. I started with a dream that I'll put in something. If I'm entering into the IT industry, I will do something for the IT industry, something new. So I opened AWT. Now, why AWT? What I am doing with that? First of all, in the traditional industry, what happens? Let's say some company wants digital transformation from them. They have budget to allocate. They have time. Now, there is one revolution which is coming called low code, which comes with OutSystem, especially we are in OutSystem. So low code platform we are introducing, we are expertise in low code platform where let's say you have one part where needs to be digitally, you need a project which to be built in 1 year. That low code will help you to build that in maximum 4 to 5 months. Plus, if you need 10 resources, here in low code, you need only 3 resources to achieve that. So this is what we are, and I'm sure that Gartner, the famous magazine, they have said that from 2025, most of the application will be converted into low code. Why? Because they are fast and with low cost. So we are trying to be the early adopters in that.
Economic fabric in India and transform the society at large. Providing pan-India connectivity through fixed wireless access services could be a 5G FWA is expected to spawn new avenues of economic growth through high-speed internet connectivity in households, improving the fixed broadband and penetration significantly. I believe these things are going to help us. Machiraju Krishna, VP Operations, ProBuddy Software Solutions, IT and Software, to please come forward and let us know your thoughts on it, sir. Let us welcome him with a...
Thank you to Business Summit for this opportunity. First of all, my huge respect and congratulations to all the participants who are here. You made it here. That itself is deserves a round of applause for all of you. I can see the pain, or you can see the pain, what it makes you to start, sustain and keep it growing. It's not an easy task, and you've been doing a fantastic and tremendous job. So that really deserves a round of applause for all of you. So I'll be talking about the digital transformation, and some of these words from the morning we've been hearing about it in different, and just now our gentleman also talked about how low code, no code. So mine is more correlation to the same thing in terms of how it is, and how our company ProBuddy is also helping in terms of those. So I'll just talk you about some of the analysis what's going. Digital transformation will be the decade for this decade, and globally and within India there is a lot of potential to grow in this particular area. And if you go with certain analysis, and just now we heard that Gartner also predicted that more digitization, more low code, no code is the mantra going to happen. So there is a quite a significant growth in terms of trends that has been projected. And we are seeing that there is roughly, $4 billion is what going to be the market projection, and with a growth of spend, IT spend of, roughly 5 to 6%. And if I, little bit go deep in talk about in terms of how industry, where this will be. So these are the, market trends where we are seeing, and already he talked about saying that the banking and the, telecom is the main consumer of those. But if I try to take it flip side of it, if you look at the the graphs and all, there is a 50% of market tab, the SMEs that need this help.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी आए तो उनका थाट और भी प्रोग्रेसिव मतलब इंटेंसिफाई हो गया कि जब तक हमारा रूरल लाइवलीहुड नहीं होगा तब तक हम उस तरह से कर नहीं पाएंगे। हमने ये देखा कि आज जिस तरह से पाया है, मैं आप सबको बताना चाहता हूँ, बिफोर स्टार्टिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ स्टार्टअप यू मस्ट टू लर्न एग्रीकल्चर, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, इंडस्ट्री टू टेक्नोलॉजी and infrastructure. These are the pillar of our country before switch over any kind of. So that whatever I have told you, कि agriculture, manufacturing, industry, technology and infrastructure, these are the pillar of our country for the development of global business summit. Without these kind of point, considering to all of us, we will not get. And other thing, वो डॉक्टर पांडे ने हमें कर ही दिया। अभी आपने देखा होगा मिलेट, मैं एक एक पॉइंट पर नहीं बोल सकता, तो मिलेट है, फ्लावर इंडस्ट्री है और सीड क्वालिटी है। Climate change, without considering of climate change, because my country is so kind of a geographical diversified country, and आज यहाँ ये होता है, वहाँ है, परसों है, तो ये हमारा geographical diversified जो हमारी एक एरिना है उसको कंसीडर करते हुए आप लोग अपनी प्रोजेक्ट बनाएं। Connect any kind of query is the main important for the considering success of the SAPDA.
SPN and R&D Director, Schneider Electric R&D. Mr. Adarsh Chauri, CEO and founder, Anav WebTech Private Limited. Mr. Machiraju Krishna, HNA Vice President Operations.
Built upon the people, the peace, prosperity, planet, and the partnership. you can see many of those pillars have not been achieved. People are there, people were there, people have not progressed. So prosperity is not there. Planet was there, planet is there. But the planet has not become a green planet. We were talking about the peace. Where is the peace? Ukraine and Russia is fighting. There are conflicts in many parts of the world. So there is no peace. And the partnership. Partnership is a continuous process which is going on between the different countries, between different societies and different businesses. So energy is another important point. When we talk about the environment, energy is the most important point because, the most of the pollution created by the transport sector or the technology sector. So the energy is the most important. कोयला से धुआं निकलता है जी, सड़क पे जो गाड़ी चलती है उससे धुआं निकलता है, उससे एनवायरनमेंट खराब हो रहा है. तो हमने ग्रीन एनर्जी के बारे में सोचना शुरू किया. हमने न्यू एनर्जीज, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जीज के बारे में सोचना शुरू किया और आज उसको लेके एक सीरियस काम हो रहा है, अपने देश में भी हो रहा है. ई मोबिलिटी को लेके देयर इज अ मैसिव वर्क गोइंग ऑन. In the morning session, Mr. Sudhendu J. Sinha was there. He is the advisor of the Niti Aayog on this subject only. The government is pursuing the e-mobility very vigorously. Why? Because of three reasons. One, we have to preserve our, environment. Number two, we have to save our money because a lot of money goes through the subsidy into the energy in importing the oil, diesel, petrol, etc. And third, strategically that is important because all the oil imports are from those countries, maybe Middle East and some other, if you are into the conflict of your neighborhoods or any nation. So strategically you will require to have your own, fuels. So these three reasons are why India is massively going towards the e-mobility. And I'll give you just one example that on the Tamil Nadu border, one Ola company, all Ola, they're establishing a factory to, produce 1 crore vehicles every year, 10 million vehicles every year. And can you imagine the size of the factory? The size of the factory is bigger than the Delhi airport, bigger than the Mumbai airport. One factory. So this is how it's massively coming up. I'll not take much of your time. And straight away, I would like to invite.
Privileged to be here again as someone who would be giving some input about what's happening in the field of energy, environment and multidimensional sustainable business growth with the industry perspective. Dear dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished guests and esteemed audience. India is a country with a rich cultural heritage and an ever-expanding economy. As the world's second most populous country, India has a significant role to play in shaping the future of our planet. With Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's theme of One Earth, One Family, One Future at the G20 Summit, India is showcasing its commitment to collaborate with the world towards building a sustainable future. India has come a long way in terms of technological advancement and digitalization. Innovation goes beyond just technology. India has completed 75 years as an independent nation, and it is a momentous occasion for all of us to celebrate. While India has made tremendous progress in various fields, there is still a long way to go. As the world is facing an imminent threat from climate change, it's one of the largest economies and most populous countries in the world, has a significant role to play in addressing this crisis. India has set ambitious climate goals to reduce carbon emission intensity of GDP by 35% by 2030 from 2005 levels. As the chair of the G20, India plans to set up global climate goals and tackle green initiatives. As rightly said by Omkareshwar Pandeyji, that we have been very much interested in coining new terms, and there has been very little work that we have been working on the ground. We have been not able to do much instead of making sure that we are theoretically or politically or somewhat correct. So actually I would like to cite a few lines from my own Kavya Shrinkhala, Vishwa Nisane Par Hai, where I have been trying to put all these things together in a simple poetry, where I have written, जल अमृत जगजीवन आज बुझाने पर है, सागर में ही सारी धरा समाने पर है, कर्म किए जाने थे महज दिखाने भर है, बदल रही जलवायु विश्व निशाने पर है. It's a very long series of poetry, but what I would suggest is that this is something that we have been emphasizing upon, that we pretend to make sure that people are understanding that we are doing something. But ultimately we are not trying, the very term that we are trying to save planet is a misnomer. Basically we need to protect ourselves. धरती बच जाएगी हम ही जाने पर है, बदल रही जलवायु विश्व निशाने पर है. That is what I mean to say. The industry perspective on energy, environment and multidimensional sustainable business growth emphasizing the importance of developing sustainable strategies that foster long-term value creation in the ecological, social and economic environments. As we prepare for the sustainable energy world of 2050, it's crucial that businesses analyze how to make energy production smarter and more sustainable to minimize the impact on the environment and ensure company longevity. Sustainable business growth is a multi-dimensional concept that requires businesses to consider their impact on the environment, society and the economy. The energy industry has a significant role to play in this, and business leaders must adopt sustainable strategies to address the expected growth in energy demand. Trend predictions suggest that India's energy mix will increasingly shift towards renewables and natural gas, reducing dependence on coal. India's power sector is also expected to undergo significant changes with increasing digitization, decentralization and democratization of energy systems. The adoption of smart grids and energy storage solutions is expected to grow, enabling greater integration of renewable energy into the grid. As regards India's global role and goal, its global role and goal in combating the climate crisis are essential, and the country has made commendable efforts in this regard. As a nation, India is actively exploring and implementing innovative solutions to reduce emissions and promote renewable energy. By taking a proactive stance, India is demonstrating that it is a responsible global citizen, and it is essential for other nations to follow suit to achieve the shared goal of mitigating climate crisis.
I think sustainability means we need to use all the resources, but we need to save something for the future as well. So as a CEO and founder of TechTip24, we are fully focused on the online learning and the teaching. What we are doing is I'm from Jaipur basically, and from the home itself I'm teaching data analytics from all over the world, especially more focused towards pan-India. So what students are doing is students are learning from their home itself. There will be no additional cost. They don't need to travel anywhere. They don't need to leave their studies. They don't need to leave their jobs. All the freshers, they can from their home itself, they can learn analytics, and that's how we can save the resources. So it's for all the edtech platforms and all the academics, colleges, universities. If we can move towards online teaching, we can save a lot of resources. But we can't just, teach everything online. But yes, most of the thing nowadays when it comes to IT, technologies and softwares, we can learn from the home itself. It's huge. From home itself, I do freelancing and work for Europe and Australian and US, UK clients. And from home itself, I don't need to travel anywhere as well. So as youth and as in today's generation, we need to upgrade our skills in such a way so that we can learn, we can work from our home itself and save a lot of resources for the future. I want to take a few more minutes to talk about we need to more focus towards generating some softwares and making some new technologies so that we can use them, we can innovate them. But yes, for future as well, future students, future working professionals can use the same and innovate more for the upcoming futures. So let's work on innovation and technologies for the more sustainability development. Thanks a lot.
Give a lot of opportunities to the youngsters even. I now take CEO Bhavna Kopp to share his views on IT and software. So we have listened to you in the morning also, and and I feel that we all will be able to correlate. So.
You may be wondering what is the new thing you're gonna do. I was gonna do the not to dance, but I decided it's better to talk about business growth, and then they added the word sustainability. I also know that you are not waiting for me to speak about it. You are actually waiting for the better looking person, Bhagyashree. So I'll keep it short. Business growth is the only thing which matters. You can put any adjective words you like in front of it. At the end of the day, every business runs for its growth. And if it's not sustainable, we wouldn't be even here. So my approach when I started the company and people talk about a lot of things is, number one is you have to understand for any kind of growth, three fundamental things: your people, your clients, and your quality. When you understand those things, you have to constantly innovate and change if you want to continue to grow. And when we talk about sustainability in terms of energy and other aspect, it automatically becomes part of it. If you look at 2018, almost everybody was going to the work. You would not able to go more than 2 kilometers with 45 minutes of driving. Today, almost 80% of the IT works from home. That's a change we never even expected, but it was forced upon us. Better we do in how we approach those ideas and how do we manage that, that's what's gonna take us to the next millennium. And with that, I thank you very much for your time. And
me is product itself, and this helped me to reach 1 crore mark in a very short span. And then just started with one product, and today I have 14 products. I have come up with scientifically proven ingredients and Ayurvedic combined together, and also supplements that helps for a lot of which has a lot of health benefits for skin, hair, bones, and joints. And yeah, that's it. So to all beautiful women out here, watch me stand and speak. I would say go ahead and take that one step that's going to build you the empire you always dreamed of. Thank you.
Yes? Small yes, yes. Okay, so let us give her a huge round of applause from small levels to higher levels and then step by step rising up. This is what makes her journey beautiful, and the way she has related it is also beautiful. Thank you so much, and my compliments to you. I now request Mr.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I always see people, especially from the north side, to pronounce my name a little tough. My name is Dhanashekhar B. I come from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I think most of the people have spoken about energy, environment, and multi-dimensional sustainable business growth from different perspectives. I'm here to touch upon from the skill development perspective. I represent a company called LogScheme Solutions Private Limited, and we are basically an empaneled third-party aggregator to implement National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, which is called as NAPS, and National Apprenticeship Training Scheme, which is called as NATS, which are the initiatives from Government of India. Earlier, this apprenticeship program was only limited towards the ITI, Diploma, BE, BTech candidates who have completed their engineering-oriented subjects and to get apprenticeship in the manufacturing sector. But however, in 2018, the government has given the leverage for the candidates who want to develop a career in service sector as well. So the leverage is like this, right from 5th standard pass till PhD, anybody can be engaged as an apprentice. And also the government has given few advantages, especially under Apprenticeship Act 1961 and Apprenticeship Rules 1992, that whoever gets engaged as an apprentice, the PF, Provident Fund, ESIC, Employee State Insurance, as well as the statutory bonus is exempted. And the government also gives a stipend reimbursement of 1,500 till 4,500 rupees per apprentice per month to the company. And these stipend given to these apprentices can be accounted in the CSR. This is what the skill development activity, what we do in the country. Now coming back to this energy, environment and multidimensional sustainable growth, now ESG becomes a part and parcel of each and every study. Earlier we could able to find a specialist or an expertise, a subject matter expertise who will come and advise us on this ESG. But even Nilkanth is there from AICT, you also agree with me. It has become a part of even the education system also, where the government is also putting a lot of emphasis for the youth nowadays to understand on this ESG. because they are going to be the end users at the end of the day, not only the people who are in the government and also in the public has to understand about the ESG, and that is where this Skill India program as well as Make India program is really getting energized in the country. Even Mr. Omkareshwar has told about the Ola EV electric vehicle which has been started in Hosur near Krishnagiri, this is part of Tamil Nadu. There also they are having a lot of ESG experts who can train on this manufacturing setup with zero waste and also zero pollution. So I also understand that there is a paucity of time and eagerly waiting for the
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations to the entire team of Lockskin Solutions Private Limited. जोरदार तालियां हो जाने के लिए everybody. Thank you. The way she looked in Manipur.
To kindly take the seat in the house, please. If she is comfortable, is to come on the dais and say a few words to our audience. Ms. Bhagyashree. A big round of applause for her.
Somehow podium doesn't suit me. दिल से बात करती हूँ तो it's better to have the direct connect with you guys. Global Summit Award. Well, I am so happy to be here, to be able to give awards to our Indian fraternity where we are making our mark in business. I think India is growing bigger and stronger day by day, and to see such young entrepreneurs, such young business houses, business people getting awards, getting recognition for what they are doing and their work gives me immense happiness and immense pride. Ours, as you know, is one of the youngest nations in the world. And if all of us together and the youth join together to make our business, our country stronger, there can be nothing better than this. So the podium is all yours actually, and I'm more than happy to be here to present awards to all those successful entrepreneurs who are here with me today. Thank you so much for having me, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
Which you remember from any of your film, while shooting or after, whatever, any interesting story comes in your mind.
फिलहाल तो एक सेंटेंस बनना है, अब मूड नहीं है. I think interesting stories तो क्या बोलूँ? It's been a good 33 years to मैंने प्यार किया. I think when I really joined the film industry, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to be a part of it. It was just by chance that things happened, and it was only through my journey that I got to learn what film business was all about. And to that I credit my father, because he told me, आप जब कोई काम करो तो पूरे ध्यान से करो, मन लगाकर करो, और सिर्फ ब्लिंकर्स लगा के काम मत करना. That means don't just focus on the work at hand, but see the entire thing in its biggest spectrum. And I think being here amongst you business fraternity, I think that is what makes a successful entrepreneur. Is not just having the goal in sight, not losing the goal in sight, but also being able to ascertain which is the best way to reach that goal. So I think the whole idea of learning and living life, walking towards your goal, is something that I learned during the course of Manipur. And it was a lovely journey for me. I think each step was something that I learned new. Each day was something that I learned new, and I can't thank Surati enough, can't thank my parents enough for making me do this, because otherwise, well, history wouldn't have been made, would it?
आज से 20 साल पहले सहारा के एक फंक्शन में आपसे मुलाकात हुई थी. उसमें कई सारे स्टार थे. You were the one of the prominent star over there. और उस समय मैंने आपको एक शेर सुनाया था. आज मैं उसको आपकी शान में रिपीट करना चाहता हूँ. वो आज देता है, नए लिबास में ये कातिल दिखाई देता है. वो आज रौनक महफिल दिखाई देता है, नए लिबास में ये कातिल दिखाई देता है। आपके जिस्म से आती है प्यार की खुशबू, भाग्यश्री जी आपके पास हम सब का दिल दिखाई देता है। और मैं
इतना सब कुछ कह दिया तो मैं भी कुछ कह दूं। आते जाते हंसते गाते सोचा था मेरे मन में कई बार, ये पहली नजर हुआ हल्का सा असर, आऊंगी मैं तो ग्लोबल समिट बार बार, यही सच है शायद मैंने प्यार किया, हाँ हाँ आप सब से मैंने प्यार किया। Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean,
मुझे लगता है कि जितनी आप खूबसूरत एक्टिंग करती हैं उतनी ही खूबसूरत आप गाती भी हैं, और ईश्वर ने आपको तमाम हुनर दिए हैं, तो आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई। मैं कृष्णा से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वो फर्दर अवार्ड शुरू करें।
संघर्ष ना तकलीफें तो क्या मजा है जीने में। बड़े बड़े तूफान थम जाएंगे, बड़े बड़े तूफान थम जाएंगे जब आग लगी हो सीने में। जी हाँ, आज सब में आप देख रहे हैं towards the goal that you want to achieve, towards a big dream that you have seen to complete those dreams. And it says, you know, recognitions and rewards are like motivation for the journey of success, ladies and gentlemen. And we started with the Business Connect Magazine Awards Private Limited, the co-sponsor of Global Business Summit 2023, is being felicitated with the most recommended agri, warehousing and logistics solutions provider in India 2023 award. We request Mr. Santosh Sahu, Director and CEO, to reach out on the stage to accept the honor. Let's give a big round of applause, everybody. The most Private Limited, Mr. Santosh Sahu, Director and CEO, with his entire team is here to receive the award. Everybody, please hold on for all the winners. Thank you, congratulations. The intrinsic vision tech leaders have managed to be shining trophy. Everybody, Zorda Thane ho jaye. The leader behind an admirable tech brand 2023, Microscan Communications Private Limited. Congratulations. Delivering software that is reliable, efficient, user-friendly, and meets all the requirements specified by the customer. The next winner has been known to keep up with his promise of high service quality. The most promising software development company to watch globally 2023, Bhavna Corp. Everybody, Zorda Talia ho jaye. Thank you. Congratulations. Moving forward. The next award is Soul Studio by Vani Kabir. Soul Studio by Vani Kabir. Please give a huge round of applause for the winner, ladies and gentlemen, the most trusted online spiritual store 2023, Soul Studio by Vani Kabir. Mr. Congratulations, the next Kumar, Managing Director of the company, to join us on the stage to take the honor. Everybody, Mr. Amit Kumar, the Managing Director of Molatus Engineering and Construction Private Limited, to back the award for the fastest growing. We request Mr. Syed Hassan Akhtar, Chairman and Managing Director of Al Sartaj Management Services, to join us on the stage to receive the award. Marketing organizations, hence the most promising digital marketing technology company 2023 award goes to TW LLP for its stellar performance in the space, and to receive the award we have Ms. Raj and Consulting Space, as a woman entrepreneur to watch for excellence in training and consulting. Space 2023 award goes to Aditi Gupta, who is the founder and CEO of TechTip24. We have with Ms. Aditi Gupta and the team. Congratulations, ma'am. Be rewarded as the woman entrepreneur to watch for excellence in training
and Consulting Space 2023. The next awardee is Wildwood Road Carriers Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays business employ fleet managers. Wildwood Road Carriers Private Limited is being recognized with the Business Excellence in Fleet Management 2023 award to add substantial value to its clients. To receive the award, to have on stage Mr. Naimesh Sinha, Chief Technology Officer on stage. Zordar taaliyan ho jaye inke liye, everybody. Let's keep applauding for the wonderful achievers, wonderful winners. Supplements Private Limited is being honored with the most trusted skin and hair care brand to watch in 2023. We have with us Ms. Sushmita Gowda, who is the founder of the company and backing the trophy. Zordar taaliyan ho jaye. Bahut badhai, congratulations to Mr. Vikramjit Singh, founder and CEO of HBO Labs Technologies Private Limited, bagging on to most reliable manufacturer and suppliers. RM Debt Nirvana Consulting Private Limited, we give our heartiest congratulations to them. Zordar taaliyan ho jaye, the entire team. Solutions 2023 award for his spectacular IT services. And we have with us Mr. Chandan Kumar, the CEO. Tremendous Financial Solutions. Congratulations. They bagged the award for most authentic, fastest growing financial technology, logistics and supply chain private limited. We have with us Mr. Rajesh Gulati, CEO, Mr. Nitin Oberoi, Ms. Ashna Sharma, Vice President, to receive the awards. Congratulations. Bahut badhai. Many congratulations to iNext Logistics and Impact created by Arnav Babtech Private Limited, and applause to the contribution to the Indian economy. To receive the award, we have with us Mr. Adarsh Jory, who is the founder and CEO of the company, and the family out here. Best in Classic Teak and Bespoke Furniture 2023 goes to Utshara. Congratulations, Mr. Kushal Bhaji and the team. Congratulations, bahut badhai, many congratulations. The next winner is making the... Says never stop learning, because life never stops with teaching. Congratulations. So next winner, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's head for CEO of Making Tech India Private Limited, bagging the award from one of the eminent CEOs of the year 2023. Congratulations, bahut badhai. Zordar taaliyan bandi rahe inke liye, everybody. The key to success is to focus on goals and not on the obstacles, ladies and gentlemen. And as a team, congratulations, Mr. Dipti Lavia Swain, Managing Partner of Corporate Law Firm of the year 2023. He thanks the award for that. DLS Law Offices. Congratulations. The next awardee is Cambridge Montessori Preschool. Ladies and gentlemen, for the award, applause for the lovely, very beautiful, gorgeous lady in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Manufacturer, exporter in renewable energy and energy storage products 2023, the Lithium Power. Congratulations to the team. The next awardee is to receive the award. Congratulations, ma'am. Zordar taaliyan ho jaye. I could see many women entrepreneurs coming up on the stage and take the Spectra Technologies Solutions Limited. Moving on here, congratulations to the team. They bagged the award for Customized Manufacturer of the Year 2023, Spectra Technology Solutions Limited. We congratulate the winners. From Rhythm Heart Clinic, with the most promising cardiologist in India, goes to Ms. Dr. Rao. Everybody, please. And CEO, congratulations, sir. Bahut Chef, to join us on the stage. Congratulations. Moving on to the next award, ladies and gentlemen, Soria Medical Systems. Moving on with the healthcare realm, our next award is the most trusted medical devices service provider in 2023, and the award goes to one of the leading, bagging the award for most trusted medical devices service provider in 2023. Thank you so much. The next is Sangeeta Agarwal, Director, who is joined on the stage. Congratulations, ma'am. Zordar taaliyan bandi rahe. For the most recognized international schools of UP 2020. Huge round of applause for the beautiful lady out here. Red Kite Consulting Private Limited. Ms. Neha Garg, founder and director. Beautiful, gorgeous lady on stage, Ms. Pragati Chopra. for bagging on to the most sought after film director to watch 2023. And to receive this award, we have with us Mr. Jitendra Singh Naul, founder of Cup of Films, who is joining on the stage. Congratulations, sir. They bag the award for the most influential human resource consulting company 2023, the Strategic Talent Partner. Congratulations to the team. Everybody, please. Thank you. The next awardee is QWeb. Congratulations. बहुत बहुत nice. जोरदार तालियां बनती रहें. Everybody, let's put our hands together. The next awardee is Mind Dreamers. Is proudly known for his stern and time in the business world as they believe in delivering quality and cost-effective service. Congratulations. Receive the award. Everybody, जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Consumer Insights for excellence in generating consumer insights for agriculture input sector. दोनों हाथ ऊंचे करके let's put our hands together for all the winners, everybody. And I would like to take this opportunity to call all deserve a round of applause. Set a trend who is ready to set जोरदार तालियां हो जाएंगे everybody. Thank you so much, and this gentleman have proved it all, ladies and gentlemen. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए for all the winners. Everybody, let's put our hands together. कहते हैं ऊपर उठने में वक्त तो लगता है, कोई सूरज ही सही धीरे धीरे उगता है. It is, these winners are not made in a day, ladies and gentlemen. They have put in their heart and soul and their time and their effort, dedication towards their achievements, dedication towards their dream that has made them come here on stage and receive the awards, ladies and gentlemen. Many, many congratulations. बहुत बहुत बधाई. To connect to the audience so well as she does. कहते वृंदाशी कभी गम है. Many, many congratulations to all the winners, and yes, we need to create our own destiny. बहुत बहुत बधाई. मेरे दिल पे क्या गुजरी वो अनजान क्या जाने, प्यार किसे कहते हैं वो नादान क्या जाने. इससे जुड़े हुए हैं श्री विष्णु जी, और परम मित्र हैं, और we are very very delighted to have you.
This is the world's tallest temple coming up in Vrindavan, where we are making a theme park like Disney World, the forest of Krishna, and the Gaushala Gurukul with the spiritual residence. So it's like a Hare Krishna city we are creating over there. So we are welcoming you, inviting you there, because the Vrindavan atmosphere is so enchanting, so enriching. Anybody who comes there, he will get nurtured. His soul is nurtured. So we are based here in Golf Course Road, Gurugram, and spreading the message of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Krishna. All of you are welcome to receive these blessings of Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, and congratulations to the entire team. Big round of applause, everybody! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hooray to the entire team of this summit, which has been organized with all the team efforts. Congratulations to each one of you. बहुत बहुत बधाई. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Zordar तालियां.
Thank you so much everyone. You know, this was a wonderful event, and thank you so much everyone.
We certainly want you to be there. We invite you to be there. Formally also, the invites are going out.
I would say from the time we wake up in the morning until we go to the bed, everything is technologically driven. Starting from the use of mobile phones, as I mentioned, you don't know how much technology has taken over your life. But now you keep listening to the word ChatGPT, what exactly it's doing to the people's life. It's huge. So everybody should understand how much you are relying on technology.